Hey guys, how's it going? This is Derek and welcome to my YouTube channel. Most of you know me as Legacy FX, so hence the name Legacy FX Trading. Um, where am I even starting from? This is like my very first upload. I am so new to YouTube, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing, as you guys could probably tell. I'm a little nervous, but I'll get over it. I'll get better at this, just like I do on Instagram. But now, all the same, welcome guys. So for those of you who are new or never heard of me, I'm not popular, but if you haven't never heard of me, my name is Derek. I go by Legacy FX Trading on Instagram and on Discord. I'm a 24-year-old day trader. I've been trading for like 3 years now, consistently trading properly for almost 2 years now. But for the whole entirety of things, it's been 3 years. If you can tell on the right, that's my Discord community of over 450 plus traders. It's a free community, and we provide premium services for everybody. The services include live trading sessions, daily and weekly trading markups from myself, other coaches in the community, and the great traders who are in there as well. It's a fun community. I would employ everybody to be a part of it. Again, it's free. It's free, and we do have a lot of great services that will help everybody. We host webinars. We have a webinar coming up the first week of September. It's a 3-day boot camp, online virtual webinar, which will be very fun and packed with a lot of information, not only when it comes to the charts, but also when it comes to the mind and being a better trader and a better human being as well outside of the charts. It's a lot of rambling, but that's just an introduction about myself. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I would suggest you do because I do post some good content as well. It's the Instagram name is also Legacy FX Trading, no underscores, nothing like that. But yeah, no, without further ado, I'm gonna hop into today's video. So today's video is gonna be a trade breakdown of a gold sell that I took on August 17th. Yeah, it was on August 17th. Now, this trade, it was like one of the easiest trade I've taken this month so far. Um, to the right is my market analysis channel in the community where I actually post all the markets I'm looking at and what I'm looking to do. So I'm gonna pull this up. This was August 16th. This was the gold analysis I did for my community. And again, the intention was to sell price to the downside. Of course, you can always buy price into the zone and then sell off. But the trade breakdown is regarding this trade setup right here. As you guys can tell, it's a beauty. It's pretty, very simple. And I'm going to break it down and show you guys the step-by-step approach. And again, I'm only showing my Discord so that you guys can actually see that we do what we preach that we do. We send markups, we do live trading sessions, and all for free. So I don't know, just join. It's gonna benefit you if you're in need of any assistance. But yeah, so before I get into it, I'm just gonna show you guys the trade. This is, if you cannot really read it, I don't know if it's gonna come on clear, but it's a $2,200+ trade. It's a quick sell. I did not hold this trade all the way down, but most of the people did. I don't hold trades like that anymore. But that is the trade idea. And I'm going to do a breakdown so you guys can actually see how it played out. All right. And to make this even nicer, I'm going to pull up my trading plan and we're going to read my checklist and everything and actually replicate everything back onto the charts so you guys can see my approach and how I do things. If you're asking about my strategy now, I did learn about SMC and whatnot. So yeah, I do have my knowledge and foundation from SMC, but I primarily only trade supply and demand order flow, which the meaning of that is in the name, just supply and demand order flow. So how I go about it, I don't really care if price is bearish or bullish. That's not my concern. My concern is which current chain is in control. Is it the supply chain or the main chain? Whichever one is in control for whatever session I'm trading, which is mostly New York session, that's what I'll be playing. That's the trend I'll be playing for the day essentially. So, but yeah, we're gonna do a trade breakdown. That's my trading plan. It's also free and available for the community as well if you want it. But yeah, let's just go to the trading plan, the checklist, and then we're gonna do everything on here. So I'm gonna I don't know if I should read everything word for word and then replicate it, but I'm gonna keep it up on this on the screen, and I'm just gonna do my markups, and then you're gonna see it's gonna correlate together. But without further ado, let's dig in, guys. So here, this is gold again. I did the bar replay up to August 16th because that's when I did the actual markup, and then I executed on August 17th during the live trading session. But here, this is the 4-hour time frame. So what I look for on the chart are points of interest. Now, points of interest could be a lot of different things. I consider 3 things as points of interest: major highs and major lows, supply and demand chains, and also imbalances, liquidity, or inducement. They all mean the same thing. I mean, they're all attract price to various zones. They may look different on the chart, but the idea of it is the same. They just attract price. So major highs, major lows, supply and demand zones, and some kind of liquidity to attract price. And then the other thing I also want to do is find my daily bias. Now, how I do this is I ask myself 3 simple questions. So on my charts, on my trading plan over here, the 3 questions I want to ask myself is, where is price currently? Now, if I can answer where price is currently, I can identify where price came from, which is the second question: where did price come from? And the third question is, where is price likely to go? So I understand where price is, I understand where price came from, and I can 90% of the time just accurately guess where it could potentially go to. Once I have that figured out and I have my POIs, then I go down with my checklist and I check things off that I want to see to support my bias, and I take the trade if my confirmations are there. If they're not, I'll walk away, come back the next day and try again. All right, so this is a very simple chart. So now let's dig into it. This is the 4-hour time frame. So on the checklist where it says the process, so let's look at the checklist. The first thing is the higher time frame. My higher time frames are the H1, H2, H4, and sometimes the daily, but primarily H1, H2, H4. Doesn't matter which, I just use whichever one is giving me the best structure without any like confusion or anything. Like, I want something that's straight to the point. So let's start with the H4 and see how we do, right? I mostly just focus on the current price action, right? So I'll be focusing on this price action, right? Now, if I'm focusing on this price action, it means everything on here would have probably already happened, and I'm just waiting for a trade, right? But I can, whatever happened on here, it's up here. So we're just doing a continuation. So let's just go back and read price. So at the very top of this H4 leg, price already swept liquidity. So we have a liquidity sweep. Let's mark it as sweep. We have a change of character over here. And then we have an H4 supply zone that has been mitigated. Okay, so let's mark this up. Now, from the checklist, it would say on the H4, identify the overall current bias and mark out your POIs. Now, we probably would have done that. All right, so this would have been the H4 high, H4 high. Let me bar replay. No, I'm not even gonna do that. Let's just mark it up. H4 high, and this would have been the H4 low. So here it is, H4 low. Right, so then in this situation, once price gets to the H4 zone here, we're gonna drop down to the 15-minute or the 10-minute time frame, which is what I call the intermediate time frame. Cool. Then on the M15 time frame, we want to make sure price did sweep liquidity into this H4 zone, and then give us a change of character and some breaking structures to the downside, right? And then we'll check that off, and then we'll mark out the M15 zone that, you know, caused the chalk, caused the break. Let price mitigate it, and then we take our confirmation sells, which is sells in this case, all the way down, blah, 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 blah. But again, the reason why I have already checked these off, because these stuff already happened in the market. So I'm not concerned about that. Now, what I'm concerned about is the continuation, which again, when it comes to the charts, I already understand what's happened on here. So my focus now is what is going on right over here. Now, you can pretty much just read this price action as bearish. If it's confusing or if it's not as clear, you can always go down to the H2 time frame or the 1-hour time frame to kind of like look at stuff in more detail. So let's actually do that. Let's go to the H1 and see what we're working with. Okay, so this should be pretty straightforward. Again, easiest trade I've taken so far this month. So as we can tell, we have a supply chain forming. We're just gonna mark a few things up and we're gonna take it from there. So all right. Okay, cool. We have this zone that has been mitigated, so we're gonna call this our H1 zone. And then we have another breaker structure over here. Okay. So here, price already mitigated this. We're gonna call this our H1 supply, right? So now the new unmitigated supply zone is this bad boy over here. So we're gonna call this our H1, and we have our H1 high over here, right? H1 high, and we have our H1 low. Okay, so on August 16th, this was what I saw on the chart. And again, so then the intention is to what? Sell price from the H1 targeting the lows, which is, you know, again, the markup I sent out to the community, and we all executed this trade even on the live trading session. Pretty easy and simple. Let's go back. So we're gonna play price candle by candle, and we're gonna see what happens. So here, this is Asia session, and as you can tell, Asia session has shifted the H1 low even lower. So we're just gonna correct that, and we're just gonna go with the flow. Now we're gonna go to the M15 and see what's happening on here. Okay, we're gonna play price. Now I don't trade Asia session, so we're just gonna let price play. I trade during New York session, as a matter of fact. But now let's look at what's happening on Asia. So this is the M15 time frame, right? We have price sweeping liquidity. Okay, we have a liquidity sweep, and then we have price shifting structure to the upside. So we have our change of character. Okay, change of character. So now we have a zone that we could potentially buy price into the supply H1 and then sell price. Now I'll probably be in bed. It's 3 a.m. For me, so I probably would be in bed at this time. But let's just mark these up and go with the flow. Okay, so this is the M15. Let's see, M15. This is our H1 supply. Again, I am looking to sell price, but we can also buy the pullback. I didn't do this. You can buy price directly off of this zone, or if you use lower time frame, you can go to the M1, M3, look for your change of character, and then buy price, and then same thing and sell price, which is what we actually did. Okay, I'm speaking too fast. Again, I'm so new to this, I don't even know what I'm doing, but it's fun, so we're just gonna keep on going with the flow. We'll do a lot more of these videos, and I get better at it. Okay, so let's just proceed. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so price mitigates the M15 zone. Cool. And what do we do next? Okay, so now let's take a look at what's going on. I'm gonna go back to the H1. Now we do have a mitigation, so now we have to look for our confirmations to sell price. Now you can always use the same order blocks or the higher time frame zones, and then, you know, buy and sell accordingly. But I usually do confirmations using the M15 and the lower time frames, and that's what we're gonna do. So let's hop on the M1, shall we, and see what's happening here. Okay, we're looking for confirmations, and now again, all these stuff already happened, so we're pretty much already checked all these. Now for lower time frame confirmations, once price mitigates our zone, we wanna actually look for a liquidity sweep. Now the last high that gets taken out before the change of character is a liquidity sweep, so this will be the liquidity sweep. Again, this high, let me see, let's just take a look at this bad boy. This high here is just a break to the upside, and then we have a pullback and then a break to the upside. But because this was the last high, this is our liquidity sweep, and then we have a change of character down here. Right, change of character down here, so this is our chalk. Now, when I'm buying or selling price, I want my order blocks or the zones I buy and sell from to be within the 70 and 80% Fibonacci range. I don't use Fibonacci, but it's just a good tool if you want to use to mark. I use it for premium and discount zones. Okay, so meaning if we draw from the high to the low, the zone we're going to be using should fall within this range, and this is the range we're going to use and call this the M1. Now we did mark this up, I believe, on the live session, but that's not the zone I used. Okay, I just waited for price to give us another break of structure. Okay, so let's just let price break structure again, which it did beautifully. So we have a break here, We're going to mark it up as a break of structure, and then we have a zone, which is right over here. We're going to call these our M1. Again, we have a nice supply. Sorry, yeah, that is a nice supply, but we do have a nice imbalance over here, or a gap for fair value gap for all you ICT traders out there. Okay, and then we're going to sell price, and then the target would be the Asia lows, which is also the H1 low. Okay, that would be the target. This was a pretty simple textbook trade. Again, the easiest trade I have taken this month. I already showed you guys I actually took the trade, so if you don't believe me, it's not my problem. I'm not selling you anything, but here we go. I'm just doing a breakdown, and I'm going to do a lot more of these videos to help educate as well. But yeah, and then we set our sell limit, and then we just let price do its thing. Okay, it's as simple as that. This was a sniper entry too. I don't really care about sniper entries and stuff like that. I just want to be in my trade, which we are, and then we just let price sell off, which it did so beautifully. Yeah, this was a pretty trade, guys. But yeah, this was the trade setup, and everyone on the live session took this trade. Those who were not on the live session saw the markups. They took it as well. So it was a great win for everybody in the community. And price completely sold off all the way, breaking the H1 line, even going lower, right? But I closed my trade around here, right, for a nice 2.2K, but that's about it. Pretty nice setup. Let's go to the higher time frame and let's see how far price went. Yep, and price actually hit the final TP. I didn't hold all the way down there like I already explained, but you guys get the idea. But nah, this is how I trade every single day, okay? Higher time frame POIs, lower time frame confirmations, and then we take those trades and then we let them do its thing. They play out. Sometimes they don't. For the most part, they do, and then risk to reward ratios will help us with our losses, and we'll always be in profit at the end of the month. But now, guys, so this is pretty much it. We'll do more of these, in-depth trade breakdowns, and I'm gonna do a lot of other educational videos for you guys as well, so you guys can watch and pick and not get a tool out of it. Again, the best place to actually learn with me would be in my Discord. Again, I send daily markups, I do trade recaps, we do live recordings for webinars. We have more webinars coming in. We have 3 other technical coaches that always post their technical analysis. I also have psychology coaches that are always giving assignments or helping us with our psychology and our habits. We have general chats and mindset a mindset chat to help you with your psychology and your habits. And then we have a technical analysis, channel or forum where people post all kinds of analysis for all the different asset classes. But yeah, it's a fun. Again, we do have live trading sessions and webinars as well. I don't see why you wouldn't be a part of this community. There's a lot of good people in here with the same goal, same vision. We're all just doing our thing. But now, again, welcome to the channel again. It's my very first upload, so my apologies if I'm all over the place. I'm still trying to get comfortable with recording and talking and uploading for YouTube. But over time, we're gonna get better. The videos are gonna get better. The sound is gonna get better. The type of contents are gonna get better as well. I just wanted to do a video and put it out there so I can actually start going. It's either you start today or you keep saying you're gonna start one day. So it's either day 1 or one day, and this is day 1. So without further ado, guys, I'm gonna be peacing out. Hopefully, this video kind of shed light on a few things for you. You probably already know how to do this already, so don't mind me. You can skip this video, but if you're interested in seeing what else I can, upload, or the things I have in mind to share with you all, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with more videos, guys. So peace out. I'll catch you guys in my Discord or on IG if that's what you want to communicate with me. But without further ado, I am signing out, guys. Peace.